Really? Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Aunt L coming at you from Odds HQ YouTube page. Please visit odds.com. Get all your sports betting information there. Tonight, I'm here to bring you two plays that I'm already on for tomorrow, Saturday, August 8th. And one play that I am going to be on for tomorrow once the line settles down. So just a quick recap. Our last show, Wednesday night, I gave out 4 plays. Unfortunately, we went 1 and 3. I gave out an over 9.5 in that Yanks-Phillies game. We had 7 runs through 3 innings, and then the Yanks bullpen shut everything down, and we wind up getting hooked as we only get 9 runs in that game. So that was disappointing. We beat a nice line move there. The closing number settled at 10, and we were able to get it at 9.5 the night before. Beat a huge line move on the Blue Jays. We got them at plus 125. I thought that line was going to plummet. It did. The Blue Jays closed at even money. Thought we were going to get that one too. Looked like we had a shot. 3-3 going into the 9th, and the Braves walked it off. So there's a little heartbreak there. The Reds never had a chance, so there's no heartbreak in that one. The Angels came through with us, though, with that team total over 4.5. So with 4-0 Monday night, 1 and 3 Wednesday night. So we're back at it again tonight. So starting off for tomorrow, the first game that I'm on, and this is going to sound kind of crazy because I bet this team almost every single game. And it's been working out. I'm getting mostly underdog prices with them, and they're 5-5. So, I mean, it's not like it's killing me taking plus money and going 500. My dog's whining right now. So I'm actually on the Tigers tomorrow. I got them at plus 105. I think you can still get plus 105 out there. Right now on 5 dimes, you can get them at about plus 102. And here's why. So they got Nova pitching tomorrow. Nova, with the career numbers, are pretty horrible, actually. 4.32 ERA, 4.44 FIP, a 4.30 Sierra. He's not striking anybody out this season. He's got a high walk rate, giving up a lot of hard contact. So it's like, well, why am I on the Pirate, or why am I on the Tigers tomorrow if Nova's so bad? Well, Holland is just as bad, if not worse. Pirates are putting out Holland tomorrow, and his career numbers are 4.54 ERA, 4.53 FIP, 4.31 Sierra. I mean, that's every bit as bad as Nova. And here's the funny thing is, like, this year I'm looking at some digging in deep on some of the numbers on Holland. Holland's actually been lucky this year. His batting average of balls in play, which is kind of a number I really like to look at with pitchers, is 185. A league batting average of balls put in play is about 300. So in this short sample size of Holland so far, he's getting really, really lucky with his defense. Basically, guys are hitting the ball right at his defenders every time, and you can get that lucky in like short sample sizes of a couple starts. But over the season, that's going to average out. That always evens out. Those batting average of balls in play statistics almost always come back to your career numbers. And career-wise, he's right around the 300. He holds about a 300 BABIP. So I'm looking at Holland to basically get lit up soon. And then I'm looking at their bullpens. Neither bullpen's that good, but the bullpen for the Pirates is actually pretty bad. They have given up over 5.5 walks per 9 innings pitched, which is 4th worst in Major League Baseball. While on the opposite side, you got 2.45 walks per 9 innings pitched given up by the Tigers bullpen, which is 5th best in baseball. So when you're looking at that, all right, both starting pitchers suck, but the bullpen on the Tigers is a little bit better. And the Tigers' offense is way better than the Pirates' offense. Now, the Tigers' offense is not that good either. Honestly, this is a game between 2 bad teams. But the Tigers' offense is at 87 WRC plus. 100 is league average. So 87, that's below average offense. The Pirates is the worst in the league at 62. They have a 62 weighted runs created plus number. When for some people who don't know, weighted runs created plus is probably the most important number to look at for offensive production on a team because it encapsulates everything that team does offensively. It just kind of gives you one metric. And 100 is league average. 62, that is 38 points below league average. It's the worst offense in the league. And there's really no one in that lineup to make you think that they have upside to it either. Josh Bell, I mean, he's an above-average guy. He got to be an all-star last year due to the fact that baseball forces everyone to be an all-star. There's just nothing to like here with this Pirates lineup, where the Tigers lineup is actually pretty. I mean, it's below average, but they added some guys this year that are really helped them out a lot. So you got guys like Jonathan Shoup, C.J. Cron. That helps out Miggy a lot, especially when you got to figure that Miggy's in the twilight of his career. He's still able to Miggy's still able to get some production in there, but having two guys who can help him out with his production has helped out a lot. Cynthia's telling me my camera's really fuzzy. Is that better? So, long story short, this is a really long breakdown of a game with two bad teams, but I'm on the Tigers tomorrow. I have this game graded out at -120 for the Tigers, and you can get them at a small underdog price right now. I bet them at +105. You should be able to still get them at +105 at a lot of books. Some places actually come down to +102. I think these are the type of games a lot of people overlook a lot. These are the type of games where you have reverse favorites, where one team is -115 while the other team is like +105. When they really should be the other way around. And it doesn't seem like a lot, but there's actually like 3-4% edges in those type of lines. And I'm really looking to hit edges where I'm getting 2, 3, 4, 5% in the line. And people don't think about that a lot when you have a +110, -110 line. There's still those are some of the lines where you have some of the better edges. That's about 30 cents a line value you can get taking the Tigers right now versus the number that I have them lined at. So I'm on the Tigers tomorrow already at +105. It looks like they have gotten hit a little bit. That number's come down on them a couple cents. So if that keeps going and people want to fade the Pirates, people want to fade Holland, this might be the best number we can get on the Pirates. And that's why I like to do this show in the evenings, try and get on these numbers faster. Next game I'm on. I am on the Indians-White Sox game tomorrow. Right now, the Indians are about -125. They have Plesac going against Rodon from the White Sox. I don't see any value in the total in this game. What I like is, or no value in the side. What I like is the total. I like Plesac. I didn't like him last year. He kind of looked like he was doing everything with smoke and mirrors last year, but the Indians worked with him during the offseason, and he's really got his swing and miss rates up. His strikeouts are way up this year. Last year, his strikeout percentage was 18.5%. This year, it's up to 32%. His walks have come way down. He walked over 8% of batters last year. This year, he has like 1 or 2 walks in 2 starts. It's about 2% walk rate. So he's vastly improved, and I believe in this improvement. From everything that I've seen in him in these games, he's missing bats. He's got really good control. I am on the Plesac train right now. I think this is going to be another starter in an already ridiculous rotation for the Indians. Rodon, he's pretty average, about a 4.14 career ERA, 4.26 FIP. Nothing to write home about, but you also got to factor in he's going up against a bad offense in the Indians. The Indians have a pretty weak offense, to be honest with you. Outside of Lindor and Ramirez, there's not a whole lot of guys out there to fill that lineup out. They put up 10 runs yesterday in the 7th inning against the Reds, and I think that's probably the most offensive production we'll see from that team in a long time. So I like an under here. The White Sox have a considerably better offense than the Indians do. So you could say the starting pitching matchup gets canceled out by the fact that the offensive production from the White Sox is so much more potent than the offensive production from the Indians. But you take in Plesac. You also take in the fact that the Indians' bullpen is also lights out. They have the best bullpen numbers in the league right now. And then you factor in the fact that they just can't hit. I mean, they're just not hitting right now. One inning in the last 5 games, they got 10 runs in 1 inning. And anytime you get 10 runs in an inning, you chalk that up to a bullpen meltdown more than just your hitters just all of a sudden figuring out how to hit. I mean, the Reds couldn't get the ball over the plate for an entire inning. That's really going to help you out a lot. I can't bet on a bullpen meltdown every single game to get these inning games to go over. 9 is a very, very heavy total for any game involving the Indians. When you have an anemic offense and a lights-out bullpen and lights-out starting pitching, that's just a recipe for unders. And I've been riding unders with the Indians for like the last week and a half, and I'm going to keep doing it. I'm already on the under 9 at -105. I will continue to bet Indians first 5 unders. So tomorrow when the first 5s come out, I'm going to be on this first 5. Judging by the fact that the total is set at 9, we could probably get a 5 tomorrow morning for a first 5 under, which is really high for an Indians game. So if we can get a 5 tomorrow on this first 5, bet that. I'm going to be all over it. So that's my second play for tomorrow that I'm already bet on. Another game I'm looking at, this is a spot that I think might be a tricky underdog spot. It's a big number, +150. I'm looking at the Diamondbacks tomorrow. I couldn't get a confirmation on if it was going to be Paddock starting or a bullpen game from the Padres, so I ran the numbers twice. Turns out that didn't turn out to be that much different between Paddock or a bullpen game with the Padres. So I'm going to go ahead and give this play out because it was about +147 earlier. Now it's at +150. So I'm only waiting because I think I could get a bigger plus number on them overnight, especially if Paddock does get confirmed, because he's going to take a lot of steam. But I'm looking at Merrill Kelly here, and I think the guy's pretty good. He's nothing spectacular, but he's an above-average starter. He should be able to keep this Padres offense in check enough to keep the Diamondbacks in the game. The Padres offense has been one of the better offenses to start the season. They've been pretty hot, but they're starting to cool down a little bit, and that's to be expected. I noticed that they had a lot of what we call sequencing luck, where they had a very high batting average there with runners in scoring position, and a lot of that stuff is randomness. That when we look at the numbers, we kind of consider a lot of that to be random, and that comes back to the fold a lot. So we should be expecting to see some regression in that Padres offense, and there should be positive regression in the Diamondbacks offense. They still have good hitters in that lineup. Their lineup going into the season rated to be slightly above average. They've been bad so far. They've gotten shut out a lot. But they have a lot of upside in that lineup, and it only takes one game for them to get up and get going. When I ran these numbers, I ran them twice because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a bullpen game or if it was going to be Paddock. But with Paddock, the Padres should be -130. Bullpen game, I have it at Padres -120. Either way, the line's still out of whack. You're looking at Padres right now -160 with +150 on the comeback for the Diamondbacks. So that's line value on the Diamondbacks. So I'm taking them tomorrow. Robert Kahn says Diamondbacks didn't hit until they opened the roof. Well, they're going to be outside tomorrow in San Diego, so we'll see. Eventually, they're going to hit. So I still think the Padres should be a favorite in this game, so keep that in mind. But the value is definitely on the Diamondbacks here, and that's why I'm going to be betting them tomorrow. I want to get a better number than +150, but if this number stagnates right around here, I'll take them at +150. I think that number's a little bit too heavy on the Padres. And that's the thing with baseball. You have to be willing to just go out there and grab dogs every now and again at +150, +170, because they win a lot. Every time I look at this, everyone's always like, "Oh my gosh, the Yankees killed me. They lost," or "Oh my gosh, I got killed today. The dang Dodgers." I'm like, well, you don't have to bet these -250s all the time. They will lose eventually. So sometimes it's okay to take a shot on an underdog. Speaking of which, this is a kind of a crazy number 2 that I'm going to be taking tomorrow. And I'm also going to be taking it tonight. And I'm going to be taking it every time they play. Giants versus Dodgers. Now, the thing is the Giants are probably one of the worst teams in baseball. The Dodgers are one of the best teams in baseball. On paper, it's just a crazy dichotomy with those two teams. You have one of the worst teams in baseball versus one of the best teams in baseball, and you also have one of the biggest rivalries in baseball. So, based off the numbers, based off all the metrics, the Dodgers keep being like minus 250 to minus 300 every time they've been playing the last couple of years because, on paper, they probably should be minus 250 against the Giants. But the Giants just don't lie down for them. The Giants are about 500 against the Dodgers over the last couple of years. They played them really tough, and you're getting massive plus 200, plus 250s. Earlier in the year, I cashed on a Giants play at plus 310 against the Dodgers. So I'm basically, whenever I see the Giants at plus Dodgers game with them, I'm blindly betting the Giants. So I will be on the Giants tonight. I haven't bet it quite yet because I normally like to, when I bet big underdogs, I want to wait until right before the game because that's when you get the biggest number. But I'm going to be on it tonight, and tomorrow I already see they're like plus 260 at some books, and that's just going to keep going up because it's Kershaw starting. And it was a Kershaw start the last time I took the Giants and the Giant at the 310 and hit that. So I will be on the Giants tonight. I'll be on the Giants tomorrow. And these are half unit plays, by the way. Once you get to like plus 200 levels, you don't have to risk a full unit. You could just risk a half unit, win 1.5 at a plus 250 number. So that's my plays for tomorrow. Already got them in. Tigers at plus 105. I already got in the under in the Indians White Sox, under at minus 105. So the juice is to the over. I think that's going to have to come down. I do not see a lot of people rushing to bet overs in Indians games. So I think if you could get at minus 105 right now on that under 9, it's probably the best time to do it because it could be minus 110, minus 115, even move to 8.5 by the morning time. Tomorrow morning, I will definitely be doubling up on that under. I'm going to be on the first 5 under in the Indians White Sox tomorrow. And I am taking an underdog shot, 2 of them actually. Diamondbacks, right now they're plus 150. I'm going to wait, get a better number. And Giants at plus, right now I'm looking at plus 260, but that number is not going to be plus 260 by tomorrow. I think the Giants can probably be plus 300 by the end of the day. Robert Collins says Giants are a crazy odd team there to play. Not really, not at those prices. I'm betting on these prices here, and you getting any baseball team, if you can get them at plus 260 to plus 300, that's never really a bad play to do. If anybody has any other questions, tomorrow, watch for this line. I do have one more game I do want to talk about. I don't have a play on it yet because there's no lines out for it yet. But the Yankees versus Rays. The Yankees already have confirmed Garrett Cole's playing. It looks like Glasnow's playing. The Rays haven't announced Glasnow, but it's his turn in the rotation. So if Glasnow and Cole are playing, I already ran the numbers through my model on this one. They're probably not going to have – the bookies are not going to have the guts to lay a number on the total lower than 7.5. So I have a strong feeling tomorrow with this Rays versus Cole and the Yankees tomorrow that I'm going to be on the under. I don't know what the line's going to be yet, but I have 6 runs projected in this game. That's about the lowest projected run total I have had of any game so far in the year. Garrett Cole's the best starting pitcher in baseball. Tyler Glasnow rates to be an A-grade starting pitcher. I mean, he might not be the best starting pitcher in baseball, but, when he's on his game, he's a top 10 starting pitcher in baseball. This is the Rays, both teams too. It's not just the starters, but both teams have top 5 bullpens in the league. The Rays actually have the best bullpen rating on my bullpen rankings right now, and the Yankees are like number 4. So You have elite bullpens, elite starting pitchers going tomorrow, and the Rays have a cold offense. So whatever that number that they hang tomorrow is, I am going to be on the under. I think it should probably drop at 7.5. I mean, who knows? They might get cheeky with us and drop a 7. But if that number is 7.5, I'm slamming the under tomorrow in the Rays and Yankees. All right. Any other questions, or then we could get out of here and enjoy our Friday night, watch these games. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you for joining me. Remember to like the video, subscribe to Odds HQ YouTube page, go to odds.com. Got plenty of writers there doing write-ups on baseball, MMA. Check out all the content over there at odds.com. And we appreciate you. Thank you.